For the first one, okay, for G, I'm going to use method 2 where I turn them both into improper fraction because 7 over 1 is already an improper fraction. And the common denominator for, remember here's a 1, don't forget there's a 1, but the common denominator for both of them is going to be 2, okay? So I double this to 2, and then I must double the top, so now it becomes 14 over 2 minus 3 over 2. I go ahead and subtract straight across now, and I get 11 over 2. And when I change it, I find out how many 2's are in 11. I have 5 of them, and I have 1 left over, so it's 5.5. Okay, we have H. For H, we have to find a common denominator, and I know it's going to be 24 because it's 12, 24, or 8, 16, 24. We have to, if I triple this, I must triple this. If I triple this to 9, I still don't have enough to take away the 11, so I have to redistribute and borrow from my whole number. So when I take an 8 out of 8 from here and I add that 8 numerator to this 3 numerator, I get 11. So this goes down by 1 to 4 because I took a whole away. This goes up by 8 to 11 over 8. And now I have to find a common denominator. And we said that it would be 24 because 12 is a multiple of 24. Okay? Now we tripled this, so we must triple the top, so it's 9. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I remember now that because I went down by a whole number, this originally became 11, right? I mean, it now became 11 because I added a whole number to it. So now that it's 11, I have to triple that, 11 to 33. And my 8 is tripled to 24. Okay. Double this because I have to double the bottom to 24. Now I can go ahead and subtract. So now I have 23 and 33 minus 22 is 11 over 24. And that's all I have because 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay, now we have letter I. The nice thing is we already have a common denominator, but we have to redistribute it again because we have more here taken away than what we have. So we have to take a whole away. So we're going to take away one of these whole, which is 5 over 5, and take that numerator 5 and add it to this numerator so it becomes 10 over 7 fifths. 10 over 7 5, you see? So we took away a whole, which is 5 over 5. We added it to the 2. And now I think we can go ahead and just work right through where 7 minus 3 equals 4 fifths. Okay? And 10 minus 2 equals 8. For letter J, I've already gone ahead and I put the 8 over 1. And I changed the mixed number to an improper fraction. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3 is 15 over 4. Now we must find a common denominator, which will be 4. Because I have to quadruple the 1, multiply it by 4 so I can have 4 as a common denominator, I have to do the same to the top, and 8 times 4 is 32, minus 15. I didn't change the 15 because I didn't change the 4. It's all over 4, by the way. 32 minus 15 equals 17 over 4. How many 4s are there? I have 4 with 1 left over. 4 and 1/4. Letter K, you notice that we're taking away, we already have a common denominator, but we're taking away more than what we have. So I have to redistribute this, take one of these wholes, which is 4 over 4, and add it to the 1. As you can see here, the 3 goes down to a 2, because now I only have 2 wholes. And that 4 over 4, I placed it, the numerator, I added it to the 1, and now it's 5 over 4. And now I can go ahead and just subtract. And when I subtract, 5 minus 3 is 2 over 4. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. And don't forget, we have to simplify. 2 over 4 is a half, right? So 1 and 1.5. And finally for L, 16 is over 1. And we're going to change this to an improper fraction. So 6 times 5 is 30, plus 5 is 35 over 6. 35 over 6 and 16 over 1. Common denominator is going to have to be 6. So if I changed the 1 to a 6, I must change the 16 and I multiply it by 6 because that's what I did to the 1. I multiplied it by 6, so I multiply 16 times 6 and I get 96 minus 35. I didn't have to change this 6, so I don't change that. And now I'm going to subtract 36 minus 35 equals 61, right, if I'm not mistaken. Over 6. How many 6's are in 61? I have 10 of them with 1 left over. 6, 10 and 1/6. There are your answers. I really hope you got them all correct. If you are not getting this, boys and girls, please watch the video again. I realize I'm going quite fast, but I have to do it for the sake of keeping the video short. I'm sure you don't want to sit in front of this video for half an hour. So please pause, rewind, do what you need to do, to understand what I've just done. Okay, question 4 is a word problem. Please go ahead and take a look at how we're adding these measurements, okay? Leave the guided practice for class so we can do it as a warm-up together. Please complete the independent practice on your own. You can see it all right there, and I believe there might be a question. There are 4 questions on the back. Remember to do these as well. I will be checking. If this is not completed, then you will not have a completed grade for your homework.